Hello there, friends. Welcome back to the Teachers Tribe podcast, the auditory space where we share thoughts and information to help children and the adults who love them thrive. I'm your host, Maxine McFarlane, and today I want to explore a powerful little idea that's been on my heart. It's actually a quote that I came across while preparing to enjoy one of my simple pleasures, a cup of herbal tea. Drinking a warm beverage every morning was an important part of my childhood growing up in Jamaica. I can still hear my grandmother's voice reminding me that I need to drink the tea to remove the gas off my stomach. Well, decades later, I still enjoy herbal teas, and I found myself collecting and thinking about the quotes that I found on the yogi tea bags. Today's Teatime thoughts will focus on the idea: every neighbor can be your teacher. This one simple sentence holds a world of wisdom, especially for us, parents, teachers, caregivers, who are raising the next generation. I'll share my tea time thoughts with you on the other side of this.
Passionate teaching is what we do. The joy of learning brings the light too, for parents and teachers everywhere. Let's show our children how much we care. Rich experience I bring to you. Happy you join to share your passion too. Oh, it's the joy of learning. Oh, it's the joy of learning.
Let's start with a personal story. I lived in the country with my maternal grandmother during my formative years. She was a gentle, caring, hardworking, and loving soul who was blessed with extraordinary patience. I remember always wanting to participate in the various chores that she would do. One chore that I was particularly interested in was washing clothes. I enjoyed the fragrance of the laundry detergent and the beautiful suds that would form when we swished the water around with our hands. Above all, I was fascinated by the sounds that were made as she would scrub the clothes by hand. My grandmother would give me a small basin and replicate her actions with ribbons that I wore in my hair to school, a pair of underwear, socks, or some other small item of clothing. Oh, how I tried and longed to also make that scrubs with my hands, just like she did. Looking back, I imagine that she maybe would have liked to get through this chore quicker without me trying to help. Instead of shooing me away, she took the time to show and explain to me how to get the clothes clean. I must admit that I found joy in this hands-on learning process. And over time, the delightful sound eventually came from my hands as well. Oh, joy! My grandmother didn't give me formal lessons from a textbook with illustrations or outlined steps. She simply allowed me to share a common chore with her. Not only did I learn how to make the once elusive scrub sound with my hands, but I also learned something priceless: how to be curious, how to ask questions, and how to listen to someone who had more experience. Looking back, my grandmother was one of my first teachers outside of school. That's the heart of today's message. Learning doesn't just happen in classrooms. It happens across driveways, at the park, in line at the grocery store, even sitting around a tub washing clothes. Every neighbor, young or old, similar or different, can be a teacher, if we're willing to listen. So, how do we as adults bring this idea to life for the children we care for? Here are a few thoughts. 1. Expand the definition of teacher. When people talk about teachers, they usually mean someone certified or trained. Yes, bless our amazing professional teachers. But a teacher is really anyone who shares knowledge, skills, or perspective. The custodian in a school building, the teenager who mows lawns, the retired man next door who feeds the birds, they are all teachers too. When children understand this, they start to understand that everyone has something to offer and that they too have something to offer. 2. Model curiosity and respect. Children are always watching us. If they see us asking neighbors questions, listening with interest, and showing respect for different kinds of knowledge, they'll learn to do the same. Imagine asking the mail carrier about his job, or a neighbor about the flowers in her yard. Small conversations teach big lessons about connection and community. 3. Create opportunities for interactions. In today's busy world, it's easy to keep to ourselves, but small actions matter. Have a conversation with a neighbor across the fence. Encourage your child to simply say hello to a neighbor. Attend local events where neighbors naturally gather. These moments build trust, break down walls, and create space for unexpected learning. Now, let's talk about something important. Not every neighbor looks like us, thinks like us, or lives like us, and that's a good thing. Sometimes the richest lessons come from people whose lives are very different from our own. A child might learn resilience from a neighbor who immigrated from another country, or compassion from someone living with a disability, or creativity from the artist down the block. Every neighbor carries a story, and when we listen, really listen, we are offering our children a world that is bigger, kinder, and more connected. Here's a little challenge for you this week. Choose one neighbor you or your child don't know very well. Strike up a simple conversation. Ask a question. Listen. See what you learn, not just about them, but about yourself. If you want to take it a step further, talk to your child or children about it. Ask them, what did you notice? What surprised you? What would you like to learn more about? Simple, right? But these little moments are how we build communities of learners, helpers, and friends. Before we wrap up, I'll leave you with this thought. When we see every neighbor as a teacher, the world becomes a classroom, and every day becomes a chance to grow. Thanks for being here with me today, friends. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd love for you to share it with a fellow parent, educator, or caregiver. Together, we're creating a more connected, compassionate world for our children, one neighbor at a time. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, keep seeing the teachers all around you. Walk good and one love.
For the joy of learning, subscribe to the Teacher's Stride.